I guess when I graduated in May 2018, um, I was just super excited because I finally had this chance to wholeheartedly pursue my dream that I had for the last 13 years of my life. Since I was 11 years old, like now was the time I could finally pursue that. So that was 2 years ago. I was graduating college, ready to pursue this dream that I had on my heart. And I think it's really, really funny kind of how God works and how his will kind of manifests itself in our lives if we're listening. Um, because it was only about 9 months into pursuing this dream of mine and that I thought I always wanted, that God showed me pretty quickly that it actually wasn't what he wanted for me. And I'll kind of bring you to that point where it all kind of all came together and I realized that he might be asking me to step away. And it's kind of ironic and funny, but it was like at a high point in my career, right? It was October of 2018, so only about 5 months into playing pro. I was actually in Greece, of all places, playing like a month-long swing of tournaments. And I had just gotten to the semis of the first tournament, like playing great. My parents were there, like living the dream. I was on like some resort in Greece, like by the beach and some tennis courts. I'm like, this is the life. Like, it doesn't get much better than this, right? But I knew something was wrong because even though I was having so much fun living my dream, like I would still come back to my hotel room at night and just have this like sinking feeling on my heart. Like, is this all there is, you know? And I was super frustrated because I was like, God, like, why can't you just give this to me? Like, I love doing this. I love playing tennis. Like, why can't why can't I be happy and at peace doing this? And I just knew that like, if I was truly doing the Lord's will for my life, I wouldn't feel like that. I have a sense of peace. And at the same time that I was pursuing this dream and just, it had been a growing desire on my heart to do something more. My faith had always been an integral part of my life, but in for the last like 13 years, I had pursued tennis. But now I kind of realized that I had a lot of other gifts and talents, and I just wanted to use them to practically serve the Lord and other people. Tennis can be it is a very selfish sport. There's just one person. So like, it's very focused on you, your tournaments, your travel, your training. And I just wanted to do something for other people for once and serve the church in a bigger way. So coming home from Greece, I realized like I had a big decision to make. I kind of knew God was calling me away from professional tennis, but I was scared. So so I asked God. I was like, okay, God, like I kind of made a deal with him. I was like, you know what? If you want me to walk away from tennis, like you're gonna have to make it abundantly clear. Like you're gonna have to just drop a job into my lap, right? I'll give you the option. So I'm gonna like apply to things and look for jobs at Catholic institutions because like I don't know what to do other than tennis. But if you want me to do something else, you make it happen. So I was like, okay, I'll just keep playing tennis, whatever. Well, never tell God to do that unless you want something to happen, because it was like a couple months later, January, and lo and behold, I like a job from the University of Notre Dame kind of falls into my lap. I mean, I had applied and stuff, but I was not trying to get the job, and it just kind of came, and I was like, dang it. I like specifically remember calling a friend and crying on the phone because I had gotten the job. But so I get this job and I realize, okay, God's opening a door for me. I had asked for him to open a door for me if he wanted to lead me away from tennis, but I was scared and I wasn't ready to leave tennis behind. I had all these questions on my heart. Like, who am I without tennis? What will people think of me? Will I be labeled a quitter? What if I regret it? Because honestly, the best years of my career were still in front of me. There was so much I could still do and so much potential that I had. And I was just scared of that. So I had the choice to, step into the unknown and take a leap of faith and just trust God would lead me where he want me to go. Or I could continue to pursue this dream stubbornly without peace. So I jumped. I just went for it, full send. I moved up to Indiana, to South Bend in the middle of winter in February last year. Florida girl. I bought my first winter coat. Yeah, and yeah, started a totally different, like, my life changed 180 from pro athlete to normal girl at a desk job. But and to be honest, like, this is a year and I don't know, like 3 months later, and I'm still trying to figure out what the specific mission that God's calling me to after tennis, right? But God's really showed me, like, that's okay, because I think the world, like, tells us that we should always have this huge dream or this huge goal. And for my whole life, like, I had that with tennis, and I love having a goal to work towards. And I wish I knew what God wanted for me right now so I could have that goal and that dream, but I don't. And that's okay though, because I think there's a lot of us out there like that. Because I've learned that, like, any plans that we make, we have to cling to them lightly, because and give God permission to reroute us along the way. And I've learned just, like, 100% okay not to have the next 10, 5 year of your life figured out, and because all that's entrusted to you is today. And God will provide for tomorrow each step of the way, and lead us closer to his will. So I guess that's kind of like where I am now, and kind of just taking it one step at a time in where God's leading me. But I guess through all of this, I think the number one thing that God's kind of really taught me is to cling to him over any plans that I have, because he is my rock. He's my only hope and my joy. So I have to trust him and his providence over any plans.